Hi guys, it's Jake at Canadian Cutting Edge, and this is the final installation of the Best of 2016. We are looking at knives under $10 US. Okay, at the start of this video, I realized this will be a long video. You can go down to the lower right hand. You can go down to the screen, down in the bottom of the screen in the corner, there's a little thing that looks like a gear. If you click on it, you can change the speed of the playback. And you can play this video back at 1.25 or 1.5 times the speed. My voice will sound pretty close to normal because when YouTube speeds it up, it sounds better so that you can play this thing through better, faster. I just can't talk faster and still remain, with my train of thought the right way. So if you want to watch this thing faster, that's how I view all of my YouTube videos. When I watch YouTube, I play them back at 1.25 or 1.5. I get through the stuff faster and I still follow everything that people are saying. You'll be amazed at how clear everything that they say is. Just a reminder, I do US dollars because these videos are seen worldwide and pretty much everybody knows what their currency is in relation to the US currency in value. You might not know what it is for Canadian currency. So my entire channel is based on the US dollar. I have about 30 knives that I bought this year that are under $10 US. And so that's more than one every other week, which is a lot. This was a very, very big year for me. Partly because I started the channel this year and I just needed to get lots of newer knives in for the channel. So I thank you, those of you who helped out with this channel. Many of you gave some good donations. Even a small donation of $10 got me one of these knives, and that helped my channel out an awful lot. So I'll do a little pan over shot to show you most of the knives that I got under $10. I'll put that in right here. Okay, here's a quick overview of just some of my under $10 knives that I got this year. I will not be sharing all of these in my video. I'll just be selecting the top 10 or 12, and then I will tell you which are my top 3. So, that's most of them. That's not even all of them because I've already given a number of them away. I've whittled it down to 12 out of those that I got, and then I'll show what my best few are from that. So I got to go quickly here. The 7129. This is a Sanrenmu knife. It's got a dragon on the side of the frame lock there, or on the show side panel. It's a frame lock, 12C27 steel by Sandvik. A nice thin blade, full flat grind, great for cutting. A little sharpener's choil makes it easy to sharpen and maintain this knife. Tip up pocket clip, big lanyard hole, so easily fits your paracord in there, no problem at all. You could drop this guy in the bottom of your pocket and take the pocket clip off, and it'd be very discreet just sitting in your pants pocket. It happens to be a 4-finger hold for me, and so I don't call this a wee knife, so it fits under this category. Otherwise, you would have seen it on the wee knife videos. What else do we have? Twice the weight of the 7029, we've got the 7010. Really nice looking knife. You've heard me go on and on about the 7010, and so I'm not going to go on too much about them right now. This is under $10. You've got one of them that is more of this shiny satin style, but it's got a print that looks a bit like a giraffe kind of skin kind of print. That one is more than $10, at least at GearBest. So you can find all the other models. There's about 5 or 6 other models still available that you can usually get for under $10 US. That's number 2. Number 3, and these are in no particular order. The 7089 which is a black wash knife with a flipper arm, frame lock again, tip down pocket clip only. The particular one that I have right now has got flames on the side right there. You can get them with a number of different show side panels. Great flipper arm. It doesn't always flip for me if I'm not paying quite close enough attention to it. The detent on it is quite good. You can hear that and see that. And, I just have to pay attention and give it a tiny bit of wrist action, and then the flipper works well. And the pocket clip, although it does stick out quite a bit right around the area where the thumb stud is right there, I can still get around there and open it with the left hand, no problem at all. So if you're a lefty, this knife is not a bad option. It's not a wonderful option, but it's not a bad option either. Hollow grind, I really love me a good black wash. Attention to detail with Sanrenmu is just great. The 7033 is a unique looking knife. We've got a hole there that looks sort of like the Bird series kind of hole, but not quite. It's a little more rounded at the end. Clip point, hollow grind, great big belly. This is also 12C27 Sandvik steel. Nice jimping on that thumb ramp. Locks in the hand really well. I wish the back of this knife just came a little bit thicker down and didn't have this carabiner clip on it. I don't know why there's a carabiner clip on it, but it's there. Liner lock, that locks up quite well. Great little knife in every way, except I don't find that carabiner clip that attractive, but it made it into my top 12. We'll see how far it goes after that. We've got an Enland knife in here. There was a few different Enland knives that I had for $10. This is the only one that made it to my top 12. This is the M027. A stubby little rodent shape of a knife. Clip point, huge belly, and a Scandi kind of grind that goes up 2/3 of the way. Great big. This is like 1.5 inches almost from cutting edge to the spine. Dual thumb studs. The liners are skeletonized. We've got some kind of rosewood, I believe. Open pillar construction. The lockup is right exactly what I like to see on a brand new knife. Not too early, but certainly not late enough that it's, going to wear out soon. So it's got a lot of life in it. I wish they made another one that was just a little bit smaller in the hand. And that'd be a great knife to give to a young kid. But this is a good knife. I like it a lot. I still haven't done my review of this. I'm sorry about that. Nash Rathbone has released a video on this recently. So if you're familiar with his channel, check out his review on this knife. Let's keep going. The 7063. My very first knife video was about this knife, this particular knife. And I compared it with a Colt knife that I had for a long time. And this was my first Sanrenmu at $10 a knife. I mean, you can go to Wendy's, get yourself a burger and fries, and it'll be out of your system in 18 hours, and it'll be a pile of steaming. Or you can have one of these that lasts for years and years and years. Exercise? I thought you said extra fries. Yes, I do like my fries, but I like these guys better. So I got these. This is the 7063. You can get it with access lock or liner lock. Right now, they are over $10. They are right around $11. Tiny bit below, tiny bit above $11. 8CR14 MOV steel, I believe. Great big belly, hollow grind. Fits in, I've got a large size hand. It just is a 4-finger hold for me. Nice jimping, very comfortable. Aluminum handles. They come in 6 different colors or something. And you've got loads of options. You've got tip up, tip down orientation on this knife. A really cool, nice knife. Let's keep going because we'll never get done. Here we've got my Lazy Lizzie. This is, well, it's it says lizard on here. This is sort of, I think, a TPE kind of handle scale. Slip joint. So finally I've got something for my UK friends and friends that are in some other jurisdictions. It's a thumb stud that comes out, and then it's got a finger guard. I don't call this a flipper arm in this knife because slip joints are made to have, some resistance, because you don't want them just to slam closed on your finger, right? So I don't call that a flipper arm. I call it a finger guard, Tanto style, hollow grind, and then the tip part on the Tanto there, that's a flat grind. Glass breaker that has a tungsten tip on it. Not too hard to take off if you don't want the glass breaker, but it's also a multi-tool. So you've got a standard driver, some people call that flat, cap lifter, bottle opener, whatever you want to call that, Phillips driver, so I guess some people are going to call that a star driver, and then you've got a cordage ripper, belt cutter, whatever you want to call that, all in one little knife, and it's got tip up pocket clip. I know that especially in the UK, you can't carry a knife as a weapon. With all the extra tools on here, it might be a little bit easier to convince somebody, if they're asking questions, that this is a multi-tool. I hope it's easier for you guys anyway. Next we have another knife. This guy says on the side, Life in Geometry. It's also a Sanrenmu Special Designer Series knife. I don't know the designer's name. Lockup on this liner lock is perfect for a brand new knife. The washers on here have just perfect amount of friction, which means very little. They slide very freely. You could shake this as hard as you possibly could, and the blade will not come out until you depress this thumb stud button, and that releases the blade from its little secure spot, and then it can open up. Very unique little style. When I first saw a knife like this, I thought that the thumb stud was broken, and I destroyed a knife taking that little thumb stud thing apart. Silly me. Simply because I was trying to figure out how it worked, and by the time I figured it out, I had broken it. Very cool knife. So if you do not have one of these 7094s, or you don't have a knife that's got a little lock like or secure thing like that, buy one of these. $10 US. You're gonna thank me. 7094. It's got 8CR14 MOV, another Tanto with hollow grind and then flat grind. This time it's a drop point with a swedge. Nice jimping. If you know somebody who's a geometry geek, they do exist. Life and Geometry is what it says on the side of this knife. Great gift for a geometry geek. Menards. Menards has a series of knives that they have their very own brand on it, and their brand is Guidesman. None of the Walmart knives, those $3.87 knives, $3.87, none of them made it into this list. They're just not quite good enough. But this Guidesman Broadside made it. $10. Tip down carry pocket clip. Nice blade on there. 8CR13 MOV. Genuine G10 that has sort of like, you can see this, especially on this side, sort of that, you can see the lines on, almost looking like grain in wood on there. Bead blasted blade, drop point with a swedge, nice belly, a very, very slight recurve there. The liner lock locks up really well. Rock solid, no blade play back and forth, up and down, very secure in the hand. Pistol grip kind of thing that I like a lot. Feels really good, works really well in the hand. The only thing I don't like is that the detent is very weak on this. But great knife for under $10. check out your Menards if you have not done so. I know that they do not have stores throughout the United States of America, but if you live in a place where there are Menards, check out their knives. They often have good sales. That's where I got my buck 119 for a really good price. Plus, they give you like 11% off on almost everything in the store. All you have to do is fill out a little rebate form and mail it in, and you get your money back. Sure, they get your address and stuff. That's what they want. But sometimes for the amount of money, it might be worth it. What else do we have? We've got a Hearns knife as well. This is also 8CR14 MOV, hollow grind, nice long blade, sharpener's choil on it, drop point with a swedge, a hefty blade. You know, it's a nice thick blade on there, not quite 1/8 of an inch. 5 pillars on this open pillar construction. Yes, this knife is made after another knife, not a clone, but very similar to another model. I forget what that model name is right now. Don't know why it's not clicking. But it's a nice heavy duty knife. Again, my hand's large size. It just fits in all the way to the end. Great knife to EDC. Liner lock locks up perfectly, just the way I like a new knife to do. Lots of room to wear over. Pocket clip can be tip up, tip down on the right side. Just like I mentioned in my tip up, tip down video recently, if you choose the tip down position for this pocket clip, it will sit deeper in your pocket. It's just the way a lot of knives are made. Tip down has advantages. Not only advantages, tip up has advantages too. Don't mishear me. This is the Hearns Knight, CK6013. What else do we have? Well, I've got a Gonzo here, the 7027M. I got 2 of these for under $10 this year, but they were orange ones. I gave them both away. So this can't be the winner for the video just because I don't have them here. But I just wanted to let you know that I did get a couple of these great knives. Really, really nice knife for under 10 bucks. And I got 2 of them in orange, and I gifted them almost right away because, wow, it's just such a really nice knife. Finally, out of my top 12, we've got another slip joint. This is the 7095 by Sanrenmu. It's a tip down knife, very deep carry. You've got a number of different choices of G10 options on this knife. I've got a nice red checkered pattern there. Hello, Marianne kind of look to it. So Marianne, country girl, that might be exactly what she wants for Christmas. And, somebody else might want this guy, camel version. It's a slip joint, so hopefully it's a knife that you can use in a lot of jurisdictions that you might not be able to use a locking knife. These both have a very strong slip joint. This red one is super, super strong. Just listen to this. Very strong slip joint. The detent on that is more than adequate. And so it feels good in either hand. Nice jimping on there. You can use this knife and feel very secure. I like it a lot. And this is, again, a multi-tool that has your standard driver, your cap lifter, bottle opener, what have you, Phillips star screwdriver, and your cordage belt cutter kind of thing, and G10 all around. Too bad it's only right side only with the thumb stud. I really wish they would have made this guy ambidextrous. If this would have been ambidextrous, it would be in my top 3. I'm sorry, 7095, you are number 4. So that's number 4. I didn't get a slip joint in the top 3. Sorry, UK friends. It's just the way it is. What is number 1? Well, just wait for a minute. Actually, I'll tell you what number 1 is. It's the 7010. No big secret there. The 7010 is just such an awesome knife. Sanrenmu 7010. If you don't have one, get 1, get 2, get 3. Yeah, well, get 1. 7010. I hardly ever say that. It's just such a big game changer in the modern folding knife industry right now. The Sanrenmu 7010 is really a big deal. It really is. Okay, so that's number 1. The 7095 is number 4. I haven't picked these out ahead of time. What is number 2? Whew. I'm really having a tough time picking these out. Number 2 is going to be this Hearns Knife. I wish it was G10, but it's still really good just with this nylon handle scales. Feels so good in the hand, and this is such a sturdy, strong blade. Really good cutting knife. And that's what you want a knife to do, is cut, right? Ambidextrous, two-way thumb studs. That's number 2. And my third choice is the one that my son chose this morning. I had him go over my knives and take a look, and he thought this one was really cool with this cool little, extra lock or security thing to unlock it. It's very light. It's actually lighter than the 7010s. And it looks bigger. Well, I don't know if it looks bigger or not. It looks very much the same. Nice tanto, great for piercing something. It's a good slicer, great package opener. Take it to camp, hook it on your bag. Nice and safe. Stays closed when you're not using it. Really, really good knife. That's the number 3. So there you have it, guys. On a different day, the order would be different. It just is what it is. This is what I picked this time, and I just did it live, off the cuff, gave you the results that I gave you. This video is a giveaway video, so please subscribe, please like, share this video in any way that you can. I don't care how you share this video, just share it in some way. Comment that you shared the video, you will be in the draw, and in 7 days from now, I will do the draw. That's probably going to be on Boxing Day. I'll do the draws on the mornings of the 7th days, and then I'll just put the video together and put out one video for the last 4 best of videos and let you guys all know who won. And winners, you'll write back to me as quickly as possible with your addresses so that I can pack stuff up and get it shipped out to you before the new year, because I think postal rates are going up in the new year. Anyways, thank you so much for being part of Canadian Cutting Edge in 2016. It's been a roller coaster, and I've had a great time. Remember, guys, always cut towards your chum and not your thumb. Bye now.